And we're back.
And
We're
on that bombshell,
And on those small promises.
the tank will be de-armoring for one more time for old time's sake.
Oh,
Fantastic.
We're on fire, boys. Round two, let's go.
You approach Melkar and tell him which option you've gone to.
ooh, do we need to do that?
No. Oh, he needs to get us the
I.
He needs to get you in contact
Yeah.
with this
Right,
We-
okay.
Zevon.
Zephyr, or whatever his name was.
Zevon,
Yeah,
yes.
Zevon. Yeah, we go up and we.
Yeah, hello. Decided.
Point us towards Zevon.
Ah, yes. Not a very nice fellow, but I imagine he's rather effective. Yes. Okay. Meet me at my accommodations here. Pulls out a little notebook that he has. Looks like it's quite rather full of all sorts of information. And scratches out with a little pencil that appears from his inside of his cloak, and he tears it off whoosh, and gives it to you. Here, meet me there tonight after dark, and Zevon will come to talk to you and to accompany you. Be ready for stealth. You are rather shiny and noisy, aren't you, dwarf?
What?
Are you sure
couldn't
you're up to
hear you.
this?
What?
We shall
What
fix
did he
that.
say?
Ah, yes. Yes. See you after dark. No. Want to buy any of these weapons?
What time is it now? I can't tell in this accursed place.
Ah, yes. A good point. Nasty, isn't it? Almost like being underground. You hear a dong, and that's when the market's shut down. After then, you should come to my
dog?
place. A dong! A dong, like a bell sound. It rings out amongst the dome. Hello there. He gets distracted by a customer. Hello. Want to buy something sharp to stab in a lover? You look-
I wander off. I'm gonna wander around the markets again. I want to see if I can pick up some rumors or
Yes. Good.
what do I do in
They're going
perception?
to charisma. You can just deception to listen in over people's conversations, or intimidation, or persuasion, or
Insight to know who to follow?
Yeah. You give me a
pretty
tactic.
good at-
What are the others doing the same, or you presumably have agreed where to meet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say we meet over by the like those food stands. Like there's
When the
presumably
dong
a place
happens.
where we can eat.
That's a good idea. Going empty stomached into a stealth situation might cause tummy rumbling.
Okay, I'm going to use perception, and I get a natural 20. I get 26.
You hear everything.
You hear all the things. So, you do in fact hear a rather large chunk of conversation. Someone's basically just gossiping about the fact that that these people came in and bought a basilisk, which you'd already heard. Raven-masked weirdos, they call them. Bought a basilisk, and basically they're laughing about the fact that they're going to come undone with that sort of creature, and why the heck you'd take that, and they didn't look really sort of on top of the situation. But yeah, that's about it.
Nice. And a raven mask
Raven-masked weirdos bought a basilisk.
is
Everyone's talking
I
about it.
will-
Now that you've heard it once, you hear that everyone's talking about it. Did you hear that? See those people with those funny raven masks? They're so weird.
Was it a
is
raven or
anybody
was it a
selling
crow?
raven masks?
It's anybody selling raven masks. It says quite
That's-
specifically in this module that you can find. By the way, we are actually playing a module appearing. It's highly modified, as one dungeon master should always do. But we're essentially playing the Sodality of Silent Rites from Tales from the Shadows by Kobold Press. an amazing publication for which Sirenscape has done the official sounds, which I'm getting to use. Normally when we're playing our homebrews, I'm having to mix and match all sorts of sounds, but now I'm just like clicking the button, the Shadow Market, click, and it goes. So this is really, really cool. I'm however, having to read stuff off the PDF and change all the words for all the words that I changed to be in our campaign world. That's not a problem.
Nothing could possibly go
I know,
wrong.
I'm definitely not going to mix up the names and say that it's called the Shadow Market or the Sheltered Market, which I have already done, in fact, twice.
Congratulations.
So, yes, it does specifically say in the module, pretty much if you spend enough time, you can find anything you want. So give me another perception check to see if you can find some raven masks.
Wow. I roll a 20, and now what's this going to be? 9.
So it's taking some time. I'll give you one more check. One more chance to check before the dong is going to inevitably dong.
18?
Oh, I'm doing
18.
something better.
Yeah. Yep. You do find a place selling a number of different kinds of bird masks. They kind of look possibly festive, you know, like kind of revels kind of thing, like you know what you get at Venice.
Do they have a religious underlying to it? Like, are they based on different gods and festivals?
That's a fascinating question. Are you with Derek, or
No,
does he
I'm
ask
looking for
this?
armor.
Or
I'm looking for leather armor. There's some strange reason I feel I've got a need.
leather? Studded
Leathered armor. Yeah.
You find studded leather armor all the way. You may
I am
purchase
so
it
putting that on.
at approximately at the right price and equip it. Yeah, does it occur to you to ask what the sort of significance of these masks are? Suno?
No, I don't. But I buy 3 of them, and then bring them back to the team.
So you sort of buy the blackest kind of masks that you sort of can kind of imagine. They're feathery and decorative, and yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so you're not 100% sure you've got the right kind of end of the masks thing. Whether the
I
Chinese
definitely take all the feathers off them.
Okay, yeah. Whether the Chinese whispers of the sheltered market is transformed. What you're looking for.
You know, if there's like diamantes or pieces of shiny things in there, I take those off as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I show it to Faradis. Does this mean anything to you?
He's trying to squeeze into the obnoxiously tight halfling studded leather armor. That's the only one he could find, and he's trying to hide his gut behind it. He's like, what? Oh, yeah.
Does this mean anything?
Can I roll an insight or a history or religion?
Yes. Religion, I suppose. Yes. What's going to happen if I click this
8.
one shot?
It's just a straight 8.
There's the dong predicted. So this conversation's happening post dong, obviously. Wow, that is such a cool sound. You're there. If you want to kind of give knowledge nature.
Yeah. I was just about to ask if I could make a nature roll. So we're on the same wavelength.
Do that, yes.
20. Not a natural 20, but total of 20.
What in all the God's name is that sound?
That's creepy.
That is creepy. Yes, as the market clears out, some animals stir. You recognise that adornments such as ravens' masks tends to be more kind of a fey forest kind of thing. They're a natural kind of thing. The whole hiding the face behind a mask thing is kind of a fey ritual. People who are sort of living double lives. It's not so much any of these mainstream churches kind of things, and not these sorts of styles, those sorts of birds. Perhaps eagles and things like that are sort of god type sort of carryings on from the realms that you're vaguely sort of becoming more familiar with and remembering. But yeah, we're talking fae probably. If indeed it was really Raven's masked people, or whether they were ravens or whatever, but yes. So that's
they're
interesting.
raving about them.
They are. Everyone's talking about them. So the market starts to sort of empty out.
We should go.
was
Can I
cool,
just
Sam.
practice a stealth roll?
Yes, you're in your armor.
Here it comes. 14. Not bad.
Yeah, that's
bit
good.
sneaky.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, so I don't have to pay for it because I got away with it all.
Faradis manages to move from one side of the group to the other side of the group before anyone notices. It's amazing. Wow. So you
These are my
quickly you
stealthy-
go to this address that Melkar scrawled on the sort of spy sort of paper, spyman's notebook paper, which he tore out. He greets you at the door. He says, hello. Miss Devon should be here soon. He should be here soon. I can change the sound to Melkar's home.
Ooh.
I like it. He offers you a drink, a dark red wine. He says, here, have this while we wait. It will warm your stomach.
I'll drink from my own beer, but
Yeah.
can I judge him? Can I do an inside of it and just
inside? Yep.
yeah, and judge him? 22.
22. You think he'll be quite offended if you don't accept the wine?
Cool. I will
But-
drink my
but
own
he-
beer, and I
but
will
he
offer him
doesn't
some.
He doesn't seem to be. So you retrieve this taken from your groin.
Yep, and then I offer him some.
Do you just tip
groin
out the
beer.
wine that he comes out? You know, he hands you. He comes out with a tray of them and hands the glass to you. Or,
Did we see him pour it?
No, he emerges from his kitchen. Yes, kitchen of this accommodation.
No, I don't
Do you
drink it.
have
And I
any
pour
sort
it
of
out. And I
detect
put my own
poison
beer in.
stuff?
Yeah. So you just pour it out into the other glasses, or onto the ground, or
Onto the ground.
onto the ground.
Oh no, I'll
looks-
pour it into the other glasses. That would be nice.
Pour it into the other glasses,
Topping them
yeah,
up, topping
yeah.
them up, and then just
He sort of looks at you with aghast.
yeah.
He is indeed offended, apparently, that you're not drinking the wine.
I
Does
think
anyone
I'd
have
offer
detect
him some of
poison
mine.
or anything? Yeah.
I mean,
Is anyone what?
I have some proficiency with herbalism,
Yeah, right.
Yeah. You
but I
have a sniff.
don't specifically have detect poison as a spell or anything.
I think I do from last time.
Have a
But-
sniff. Have a sniff of the wine.
What do I make a roll? What is this?
Yeah.
Know what this
yeah,
is.
survival, I suppose.
Survival, yeah. All right. 24.
You detect notes of whetstone, sea spray, a struck match, bread that's a day and a half old, cat pee, horsehair, mouse urine. You know, it does seem to be a complex, probably fairly expensive red wine. But you
Great.
don't detect anything sort of deadly or anything like that,
Yeah.
as far as your nose can tell you.
Okay.
All right, I have a sip.
Yeah,
So
I'm
good
gonna
goblin
go.
wine.
Yeah, it tastes amazing. it's like where have you been? Well, perhaps it only tastes amazing in the light of having drunk, Faradis's beer for the last sort of week and a half.
Oi!
Faradis, you should stock this at your tavern.
I can give you directions where to purchase it. Yes. It took me. I like when I arrive in a new place to find the best wine, the best source of wine, and this is definitely the best. Here, look, I'll tell you. It's here somewhere, and he opens his notebook and he's scratching through his notebook.
So he's
here
like
it is.
every person who recommends wine.
That's right. Because it's the best, and he knows it's the best. There's a knock on the door. And sort of suddenly, all kind of spy-like-ish, Melkar sort of slides to the door and looks through with a beady eye sort of through a crack. Ah, yes, that's him. Opens the door, and there, standing in front of you, is a sort of crumpled, black-clad, sort of 19-year-old kind of guy, quite young, sort of quite nervous-looking, bouncing slightly from foot to foot, sort of looking up and down. He carries over his shoulder what looks like a hooded lantern, maybe in a leather case. He says, "Can I come in?" "Oh yes, come in. I've got a drink for you." And he sweeps into the room and looks at you all up and down. And he says, "You're here. Melkar said you'd be here. I'll get you inside that cursed place. I'll tell you what you need to know to get in without a fight, too. Get in and out without a fight."
Tell me what you did with them. What was your relationship to them?
I was a part of them. I was a part of that sect. Yes. But
And what did they do that was so bad?
They wanted me to undergo the rite and transform myself. I didn't want to.
What's this transformation business? They change you?
Change your mouth into something like a bird, like an owl, hooked beak, and only then are you allowed downstairs.
I pull out the mask like this.
A bit like that. It's the wrong shaped beak, though. They wear a mask, but that's to make people think they're masked. Underneath, they look hideous. They lose the ability to speak. They don't really worship Aostra at all.
Oh,
She'll be glad.
yes. But
First
they
time
still commit.
not associated with the terrorists.
The bad guys are not Aostra lovers. So who do they worship? Who is their patron?
Fae.
Fae.
Dark Fae. Powerful Fae.
This is what
I
I
can get
had
you in.
suspected.
All along.
Hello, Furbolg. You look strong.
Hello. I am quite strong.
Not like strong, but, you know.
But I can be sneaky as well. When
Yes.
I need to be.
You are rather large, though.
I get really like, fine, all right? I'm not sneaky. I'm trying. I hold this unfitting leather armor against me and get very upset.
Excellent. Yeah, that's right. You sort of creak slightly. It's like, and you think maybe you might need to oil it a little bit before you head off.
Just a
It says
dash.
here. He pulls out of his cloak, out of his dark, sort of droopy, or you don't know whether it's oiled or sort of sweated on so much that it's soft cloak, a piece of paper, and he pushes it out flat with his forearm, and then takes a pencil and he quickly sketches out a little picture of the ground floor. You'll need to be swift. You'll need to be silent. Statues you're looking for is probably in one of the archives below. The descending stairs are on the south side of the east library. The gate's probably locked. Your best bet is to probably hit up on the ink devils in the scriptorium to the north. They're not above bribery, so long as it fulfills the terms of their contracts and doesn't break anything for them.
Ink what?
Ink devils. Little horny things that scribe and scribe and scribe.
And what do they like to be bribed with?
Oh, gold and shiny and magic items and anything of value to them. Anything they can hoard in secret. I wasn't allowed downstairs. And I didn't take any risks. But I know there's some trick to open the doors. There's some sort of maze on the floor. The map that he's scrawled is a large circle with a room to the north and a room to the west and a room to the east. And he's pointed obviously to the south side of the east room. He now points at the middle. He says, I think you have to start out at the middle or something like that, I heard them say. When you're downstairs. Have you figured out how you're going to move this statue yet? And then he suddenly turns and looks at the Furbolg and says, yes. Yes, I hadn't anticipated that. How much can you lift?
Question on this statue, just putting it out there. This thing has gone from like, Like every single person has just got larger and larger.
Oh dear.
It's life.
I think I can lift a lot. I don't think I have a somewhere here. I count as large to determine carrying capacity and the weight I can push, drag, or lift. So as much as a large creature. I don't know how much a large creature can lift, but that's how much I can lift.
Probably weighs about, and he says a fantasy world weight that would be equivalent to about 200 kilos or 400 pounds for our listeners in the US. 440 pounds, and so that's a lot. But certainly the Furbolg should be able to carry, the large majority of that, with a bit of help maybe. But it's not going to be something you can put inside your shirt. So you've just discovered basically that it's it's a life-sized angelic fey figure with person-sized wings and a book, all in stone.
Melkar,
Yes.
do you have straps? Maybe some kind of rope that we can use to carry it?
Yes. One moment.
I'm going to assume the amount you're getting paid.
He goes into
Yeah.
the back of the kitchen. You hear some rummaging through what presumably is some sort of spy kit or sort of road travel sort of resource sort of various thing. And he comes back out with a couple of heavy-looking, leather straps. Maybe they were from a harness or a horse or something, or maybe he rode in or something. But yeah, they look like you could definitely put them over your shoulder and help lift something very heavy, piano removalist style.
Excellent.
Not that any of you have ever seen a piano, but
Or removalist.
that's right, removalist. Say there was something that large and wooden with a heavy iron frame and a lot of ivory, that it would probably be quite usefully lifted with these straps.
Yeah.
I think you know everything you need to know. Do you wish to go
Okay.
now?
Oh, we need the money for the Ink Devils.
Right.
I
'Cause this
carry
was
nothing
your-
of use.
it's- Part of your cut. Yes.
It's not my job to help you. You get it done or you don't get it done. I'm
Well,
sure
no
you've
pay for you
negotiated
then if we don't get it
I'm
done.
sure you've negotiated a good deal with your hirer.
But hang on.
Melkar.
Yeah. You don't get paid unless we survive and come out.
Oh, I've organised that I get paid. There's a bonus if you succeed, of course.
Okay. Melkar, we're looking for shiny baubles. Do you have any?
You think I just carry everything around? You think I can just offer? You just ask for everything? I
Yeah.
suppose they do, wouldn't they? And
Well, you just magicked up some horse harnesses for us.
I got a moment.
Yeah.
I got a moment.
Okay. He gets annoyed
Zeb-
because he's like, I don't have everything on me.
That's right.
I have that. But that's not the point.
That's right. Zevon says, let's travel there separately. I'll meet you at the Shadow Lane. Let's say one turn of the clock or whatever, it is.
Yeah.
And he says,
Mm.
and he quickly just disappears out the door and tries to discreetly go. Meanwhile, you hear rummaging at the back. No, not that. Not that. Not that. That might do. Yes. Yes, ink devils would like that, wouldn't they? Disgusting little creatures. And he comes out. What's he carrying? What's something sort of valuable or intriguing or...
It's a weird goblin statue in a very precarious position. Like very, very, can't really, you can't look at it really because it's awkward, but it's
I love
because it's a
it. I
goblin.
love it.
It's a
I love
goblin
it.
like statue of a lady goblin, and you're just like,
Excellent. That's right. So it'll appeal to
Yep.
sort of someone devilish, and it's also made of a valuable metal. And
it's like you don't want to melt it down because you couldn't do it, but you're not
No, that's
never
right,
really
that's
kind of
right.
like maintain eye contact and feel like clean.
This will go on expenses for me. This will go on expenses for me. I can't be. Yes. Don't use it unless you really have to. I'm rather fond. And you sort of give it to him, and there's this moment where you're holding it and he's holding it, and you both sort of like this, and then these little
Super
slippery
awkward.
hands. sort of slip out.
You know he's named it, but he's not going to give that up. Like,
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. That's right. It's the equivalent of Goblin Dirty magazine. I love it.
yeah.
Oh, dear.
Why is it stuck?
That's exactly what an ink devil would like.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
Would find it
goblin pornography.
Absolutely. Any devil would just totally get off on it. Absolutely. It's
An
hilarious.
erotic goblin statue.
Entertaining. That's fantastic.
That's wonderful.
Excellent.
Okay.
Well.
I like it. Can we just try this with Lorkel? Can he like put on the harness and just make
yes.
sure that when it comes to actually using it that
Okay,
it
yeah.
works,
So you adjust
or-
it. It does have clasps and things
Buckles.
like buckles and things. So you adjust
Yeah.
it so that it reaches almost to the ground. When Lorkel's standing, when Lorkel then raises himself, bend with the knees, bend with the knees, bend with the knees. And you sort of figure, you should be able to at least carry, maybe 2/3 of the weight, leaving, up something like 70 kilos or something to share between the rest of the other two.
Okay. Nice.
I have another option. I have the ability to wild shape into various creatures, some of which would be quite good at carrying a large object. Even better than I am in my normal form. Like,
But you're
like
It's all revelations today.
like a draft horse, for example.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's going to be very useful once we get out of the place.
But also
Well,
for getting
maybe-
into the place,
Yeah. We could all
I
dress
could
up as
be
a
a
horse.
spider or a rat or
Why don't we dress up as a horse
mean-
and then we go in as a horse and we all jump out of that horse once it's inside and
A deer.
That's right, a deer. Has
A
everyone seen the Dungeons and
deer.
Dragons movie now?
no, I haven't.
no
okay.
spoilers.
All right then.
I know Derek and Johnny have seen it because we saw it together.
I
That's
know.
Forever. It was so
Was
fun.
working. Apologies.
So amazing.
Okay. Well,
Anyway.
that sounds like a plan. But
Okay.
going into the place, maybe you wanna go in as a rat and something that's not as big as you are.
But isn't he the
you-
one that's giving us the stealth?
There's a locked door, and there's this whole complicated business of there's some kind of a maze we have to solve or something.
Yeah.
I feel like we'll need all of us up to a certain point, and then I can wild shape if needed.
yeah.
Best to leave out options. Oh, unless how long can you wild shape for?
What's the limit? Number of changes or total time wild shaped?
I can stay in beast shape for 1 hour, and I can do it twice per short rest.
Okay. Yeah. So there's two animals.
So could we hypothetically send you in as a rat, do a little bit of spying, and then come out, and then we can do a short rest, and then for an hour, and then go in? It's
Well,
2
I wouldn't
hours.
even.
He
I wouldn't
to
even need the
rest,
short
yeah.
rest because I can do it twice per short rest. So I could go in as a rat, come back out, then we could all go in as humanoids.
Melkar is
And
listening
then I could
intently to all this excellent planning. He's
transform
he's
a
actually
second
becoming
time
more impressed and more
as a
thinks-
draft horse to carry the statue out.
That's right. Yeah.
Unless
will
there's
it be
some
like
other
that
way
thing where
we
you just
can,
carry a ladder in or out of like a gate on a construction site and everyone
Well, we've
will
all got-
believe you that you're meant to be there, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
we can all wear high
Draft horses.
vis.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if there's a way we can get in or get out. We've got these masks, but they're not quite right. We've been
Why
told.
we could be the professional basilisk trainers,
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
because they seem to be having a problem with the basilisk. And what do you do when
think
you have a
that
problem?
I think that might be a tack that we could take if we'd taken the other option.
Yeah, in the
of
front
Lena.
door.
But no, let's.
Yeah, I reckon we stick with the original idea of pass without trace and trying to
All together.
sneak around in there as a group for an hour.
I agree.
Yeah, okay. All right. We head off to meet up with Zevin.
Excellent. Okay. You're walking through the now dark streets of Inchstadt. And it starts raining gently, of course. Prophetic fallacy and all that. It's rather spooky.
It's very spooky.
You had to ask Melkar where this shadow lane is, but he gives you directions and sort of a sort of series of turns and things and ways of reorienting yourself.
How was he interested in coming?
No, not in the slightest. By the time you leave, he's drunk quite a lot of his wine and enjoyed it very, very much.
Okay.
So have I.
That's right. It is very good wine.
It was helpful
beautiful
in a way.
It's like a connection to nature for you.
Yes.
You turn one of the corners, and just standing on the side is this almost ghostly pale, looks like a human, tall, slender human man. And as you sort of hesitate for a moment, he doesn't move, and you sort of continue down the corridor, wary, ready to whip out your weapons in case this is some sort of
Ambush.
It's a trap.
And he just, as you sort of pass by, trying to just casually pass by as far on the other side of the alleyway as sort of a narrow street as you possibly can, but without looking like you're trying to sort of notice him or anything like that, he just says, "Your pardon, gracious ones."
Yes.
You stop and
Yeah, stop. And
I have.
why do you call to us on this?
And presume we're
rainy
gracious.
He slides forward, kind of steps forward, presumably, but it's almost as if he sort of drifts forward in the darkness, ever so smoothly. His head doesn't bob. His clothes just sort of hang lank. He said, Derek slides out of shot. I can't hear. That's cool. Okay, good. I have heard.
Sorry.
That's right. Do you need to break or not? You're good?
No, it's a,
I have
yeah,
heard
just-
whispers that you have been recruited for an errand by a minor court. But I beg you listen to my counter offer. I bring you a vastly more profitable alternative.
Mhm. You are misinformed. We are not on some errand.
Deception?
Deception?
Yeah.
I'm not very good at that.
He just rolled a natural 20 as well, by the way, so.
Oh dear. I get a 16.
Wow.
A 15
It's
minus
good, it's
1.
good. Your face reddens with the lie and the sort of the knowing grin on his face as he sort of smiles crookedly up on one side. Indeed. My name is Vasa. I represent a group that does not want the statue returned.
Ooh.
Who is
Perhaps
this group?
if the statue is broken at some point, destroyed, smashed beyond repair, my group would pay you double what your current employees have promised.
2,500 gold each.
Deception?
Let me roll deception on that one. 22.
22.
Literally, I rolled a 20. I critted it.
So you actually sort of like say it with amazement. Whoa, wow, like as if you genuinely believe that that's the case.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of money, yeah. He smiles wryly. He says, I believe the figure is closer to 500 gold pieces each, presuming you fulfill all of the stipulations requested. Yes?
Who is this group that doesn't want the statue returned?
The group doesn't need to be named, doesn't want to be named, and you have no need to know. Simply
We
break
have no
the
idea
statue.
that they're real.
That's true. How do we know they're going to pay?
Oh, They're real indeed. And I
Can
need
you roll
thunder.
deception, please? Ben?
That's great. That's great. At that moment, the sky cracks in thunder. And yeah, if you all do insight, I suppose.
Yep.
Okay.
20.
20.
11.
I got 21.
If this were a movie, his pupils would have lit up slightly red when he said that. You get the feeling that the client that he's representing is well and truly real and perhaps diabolical in nature.
Three people that are all after this statue. 3 groups. Why is it so valuable to all of these people?
Well, not that valuable. Only what? 500? I get like real. I'm like, it's not that problem. It's 150 gold if you make a mistake and don't support the right support person.
That's right. Why indeed? This is for some of us to know and some of us to simply do the right thing.
And you're the right thing.
I simply do the bidding of my master. And you
So
should
it's not
too,
the right thing.
if you know what is good for you.
We don't know who they are. The threat is empty. One way or the other.
I think we have heard enough from this gentleman, my friends. Shall we continue on?
Sure. I
He bows gently. He says, I have made myself clear.
Not really.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing. That's right. Well, not really.
It's like, I've made myself clear. Clear of what?
let
Gonna
me
be
define
honest.
clear for you.
Yeah.
I think maybe you should have another pass at that.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. He does. He was just in the midst of trying to mysteriously drift backwards into the darkness.
I've made myself clean. No, you haven't.
No, you haven't. What did he say? I don't know, but it wasn't very clear.
He clearly made a mistake.
Can I cast
Say-
Charm Person on this?
You can certainly cast Charm Person.
Well,
What's
He has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Excellent.
He doesn't. Yep.
What do you
Wisdom 13. He needs.
So a sudden flicker of
So when I ask him to have another pass at everything he's
That's
told us, I'm charming him to actually give us true information this time around.
So he does. His eyes glaze over. There's a little flash of white across his eyes this time on
Instead of the
ultra,
red.
on the ultra close up. And he says,
So yes, he's not allowed to do anything harmful to us. He regards us as friendly acquaintances.
Hello.
He says, certainly.
So yeah, he doesn't literally have to just tell us everything he
No,
knows.
that's right.
It's not a truth potion or something.
What is
but-
it you want to know? What is so much more important than large amounts of gold for a simple accident?
That's not large amounts.
Perhaps you could tell us some more about who you work for.
Yeah.
The Demon Lord Akiyishiga. And then he looks sort of slightly, like, because a charm person isn't meant to be able to say something that's gonna, or do something that's gonna hurt themselves, like hurl themselves off a cliff or whatever. And you
No.
suspect that revealing this name is something that actually might sort of do him some harm.
wasn't planned.
That's right. Furbolg can sort of give us a nature check again.
Nature check. 18.
Yeah, so we're certainly you get the sense that we're not talking the normal heavenly godly realm things as well, but we're dealing again in the Fey kind of Fey machinations, where darkness and light, demons and angel are not sort of so clear. Where capriciousness and chaos and raw natural terror are more of the order of the day.
I'm going to
I'm not
ask if
very
he's
good at
struggling.
religion, but
So yeah, okay, Derek, go first.
Derek, go first.
I'm not very good at religion. Nathan, do you have?
I have a +0 on religion. I'm really good at insight.
Okay, yep.
I have a +1 in religion.
Do you want to just try and see if you know
Yeah. I'll see
what
if I can find it.
Ashikaga is?
Akishigal.
Go, doing that
Yes.
Kish.
18.
12. Oh, 18.
18.
Smashed it.
I mean, as sort of practical and neutral as the Furbolg's opinion of Fey forces of darkness and light might be, you're under not such similar misapprehensions. And from a paladin's point of view, these forces are never unto good and never care for the weak or the vulnerable or care about collateral damage or anything. And yeah, so you're definitely dealing with a dark master here.
What was what were the group that originally hired us? Something Melor or something?
So many tangled webs. Yes, the
many names.
Lord of Marrow. That's right.
Marrow,
undefeated.
one.
Yes, the guy is called the King of Undefeated King Marrow, and the group was called
Why do you think the King of Marrow wants the statue?
Oh.
And then he just almost hisses this at you. He's embarrassed.
He's what?
Embarrassed.
Sorry? Embarrassed.
And a flash of red flashes across his eyes as well as he gains control of himself a little bit. He's in danger for what he has let happen.
What power does the statue have that it is so valuable to so many?
Huh. Would he know?
We're his friends. He'll tell us whatever he can tell us.
He will. That's right. Yeah. So who's the group that you're the Sodality? That's right, the Sodality, the sect of the Sodality or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
The Sodality of the Silent. Oh gosh, what is it? Sodality of the Silent Rites. That is for the Sodality of the Silent Rites to reveal if they can work out the puzzle.
So you don't know?
Oh.
He looks genuinely hurt. He's struggling. His plan was always to slide backwards, and now you're slinging insults at him.
We're not slinging insults.
No, we're friends.
We're
It's
friendly.
friendly
So you
banter.
don't know.
That's
That's okay. It's okay if you don't know.
What's the secret to the puzzle?
I don't know. Merely been sent here by my lord. Give you this message. Let me go. Let me go. I've said
What?
too much already.
Yes. But so
What does
are you
any of this have to do with the basilisk?
Oh, who is?
Yeah.
Can I ask? I have a good question. I reckon.
Let's get the answer to this one first. Does he know?
You see a darkness start to rise, like a darkness darker than the dark coming from the alley behind him already. It starts to come out of the alley and curl towards his feet. And you see sweat start to come down his brow. And he says, I don't know. Flesh, stone, basilisks.
Who is this
And then just
statue?
genuine fear flashes across his eyes, and he just turns and runs. And there's
Does he float or
sort
does
of
he
a
actually
hiss.
run?
He runs. Yeah, he had legs. He was just trying to look cool before.
Okay,
yeah.
so So we have an angelic figurine that a devil wants smashed, and a basilisk that can turn things to stone, and maybe the opposite way around. So
If they can figure out how.
maybe if they can figure out how.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
they want to reanimate the statue.
Yeah.
And the Lord of Darkness doesn't want that because the statue is of angelic light, power of light, or something.
Possibly
Yeah.
Fae, and he's possibly Fae as well. And the Marrow people had the... You know the Marrow people, well, at least they say they had the statue stolen from them. And he says they're embarrassed and in danger because that happened. So perhaps their desire to have the statue retrieved is just basically mundane.
Possibly.
We were meant to hold on to the statue, but we lost it. There seems to be multiple layers of separation between them and you in order to keep their reputation safe. But that might just be,
Okay. I think, it was worth charming him and reinterrogating.
Yeah,
that's
we got
super
a lot
cool.
more info the second time around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
He was all enjoying being enigmatic and dark.
Till that last moment where it's like, I've been perfectly clear. Not so far.
Hang on a minute. That was so fantastic.
That's
Right.
excellent.
We want to stop soon, presumably, for everyone, yes?
I think I need to, yeah.
Yeah.
Quick question.
Yes.
To my druid friend. How do you know how to turn if the basilisk makes one of us stone? How to revert it?
No.
Because I'm looking through my heels, and my heels don't have anything either.
Yeah, it is a rather dire thing to face, isn't it? Rather dramatic consequences. Excellent. You make your way to the shadowy lane, the shadow lane, or lane of shadowness.
Mm-hmm.
The rain drips pathetically, wetting your freshly oiled leather
armor.
Oh, it's now got real tight, like it's shrunk.
That's right. Yeah, it's shrinking slightly. Absolutely. Yeah, it's slick against your skin, and disappointing in every way, apart from offering a modicum of protection.
Yeah, you think it'd offer protection, but nah. It's creaky now as well, so like it's squeaky.
Yeah.
No,
Zevon-
don't make noise.
Zevon slides into the alley. It's just a long straight alley with the back walls of houses and shops or whatever's behind them. No doors, no decorations, no anything like that. He slides into the alley, and you're kind of thinking, "Are we in the right place?" He pulls the what looked like a hooded lantern off his shoulder, and takes the leather off, and a light, a warm, clearly magical light emanates from the lantern, and he walks along the alley holding it up in front of him, and as he gets to a certain point, the light shines on a certain part of the wall, and a door is revealed, magically revealed by the light of this lantern. He come. And he leans up against the door, and he feels around for a certain part of the decoration. It's got these curly, leaf-like, vine-like decorations all over it. Definitely more Fey than Aelstra, that's for sure. And he feels in. He takes part of the decoration, which you try and remember which part it is, and he pulls it aside with a click, and the door just goes and swings ever so slightly in, and then he just everyone holds their breath to see whether there was someone already to observe it, and there's no movement, and you quietly approach the door, I assume, and peer in.
I go in first.
You go in first, and
I try to be stealthy.
That's right.
I cast Pass Without Trace.
Oh, we start that now?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
now,
guess so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So we all get a +10 to stealth checks.
Yep.
And we
Nice.
can't be tracked. We don't leave any tracks.
I love it. Druid spell. There we are. As quietly as you possibly can. Cast Pass Without Trace. And a strange darkness falls over, and one by one you slip in the door, and then Zevon just eases the door back, and you find yourself in a short corridor that leads for a short distance into a wide lobby, a mostly featureless room with a long desk at the northern side. A small bell sits lonely in the middle of the desk, and there are open doors behind the desk on the other side. You know, sort of for all appearances, a genuine normal foyer, unmanned though. And behind it, you can just see the green, sort of sunny daytime light of an enormous round grassed cloister. And let's leave it there.
Ooh.
Yay!
Dun, dun,
No.
dun.
Fantastic gaming, everyone. That's so
That
fun.
was
Love
cool.
it.
I really enjoyed that. That
Thank
was
you,
fun.
Ben.
Thank you very much, Ben.
Yes, pleasure. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you want more, like and subscribe and comment below.
Please do all the three things.
Yes, they're all good things that help us out in a huge way. Yay!
Until next
See
time.
you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.